What's going on, y'all? So, it's Tuesday. I'm trying to eat, and this just come to me, so I just thought, Lord, let me put this food down, my little hungry self, and go head on. I'm just sitting here, and I just kept hearing the word dismantled. Okay, maybe 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, okay. So, I know that the prefix dis is like saying apart or away. You know what I'm saying? And we might not always think of something positive in that process or when that is taking place. When something is being taken apart or taken away, you may not necessarily see it as something good. But I do. On today, it represents something really good. And it was past tense, meaning it has taken place already. So, I'm good with that. Real good. What I'm saying is, to be broke down or torn apart, stripped down, what feels like into pieces, for real. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity for restoration, to be rebuilt, to build brand new. You know what I mean? So I'm encouraged on today, like for real, really encouraged, because let me tell y'all, we realize storms come and go, and everybody is going to endure a storm in their life. And a storm just simply means a disturbance in an environment. And a disturbance is an interruption of a peaceful or settled place. You know what I'm saying? And that's the job of the enemy, to come through, to create disturbances, to disrupt what you have going on, interrupt what you have going on in an attempt to knock you down, to break you apart, to, force you to want to let go of whatever it is you are on your way to achieving or accomplishing or have set out to do. Y'all better recognize that all of those attacks are not about you not doing something right. They're more about what you are doing right and where you are going. Now, this isn't for everybody. I'm well aware. Because, had you told me that 15 years ago, those attacks were likely because of, okay. But even those attacks are being used for the greater good on today. So I realized that, like my husband said last week, if the enemy doesn't seem to be bothering you, then the enemy likely already has you. But the fact that I am constantly reminded of whose I am based on the attacks that are coming forth in my life every week is something new. But I had a good friend say to me, it's indicative to where you're going. Yes, and I believe it's so. So on today, I'm telling you, whoever may be struggling, may be dealing with things that have seemingly stripped you down, broken you apart, layer after layer, revelation after revelation. I learned so much about myself in every single struggle, with every disturbance, with every storm, with every, any adversity whatsoever. If you are open to it, if your heart is teachable, if your mind is open, you can learn something. You can take something away from that situation or that circumstance and allow it to help you grow to the next level. And I'm growing. I'm climbing. And let me tell you something, that as you climb, you're not going to want to carry any unnecessary weight. You're not getting ready to try and get on top of a building and carry a whole bunch of nothing or things that are not going to be useful to you at the top of that building. So, there's no need to put a TV on your back if you're trying to go on top of the house and see it, right? There's just no need for that. So why would you put that weight on yourself unnecessarily? So the process of being dismantled means the things that don't belong attached to you, the things that are, here They need to come on down and be stripped away. They need to be removed. They need to be broken apart. They need to be torn away from you. They're going to have to come down. The walls have to come down. The whatever attachments are have to be pulled off. Just broken away from. Gotta let it go. Gotta get over it. Got to move beyond it. Can't stay stuck. I'm not stuck on one day. You know what I mean? When something takes place in my life on a particular day, whatever takes place on that day is over. Like the following day. I ain't talking about yesterday and what was going on. Unless it is through me trying to testify about it. Or maybe if I'm having a conversation with someone else and they might have been asking me about something that took place. Okay. Yeah, it can resurface. But as for myself, my ability to no longer dwell on things that I have a zero control over, I'm not doing that. See, my peace is not going to be interrupted. My joy is not going to be stolen at the hands of the enemy with his tactics. And y'all already know he's not just going to come for you. Because when you're in a place where his tactics don't work for you, then he's going to hit you with the next best thing. He'll strike your spouse. He'll strike your children. He'll strike just whoever he can in close proximity to you. But see, I was listening to TD Jakes a while ago, and he was saying how, when you get to the electronic doors, that when you get within a certain proximity of that door, the door automatically opens. You ain't done nothing. You just got in the right place, in the right position, and now the door is open. Right? He also said that the higher up you go in the ladder, and he was talking business-wise, he was just saying that as you climb that ladder of success, that you will get paid more because you're trying to deal with more conflict. So even for us, in our everyday lives, in our everyday struggles, and the things that we are challenged with and having to face, do recognize that as you grow, as you get better, as you get stronger, as you walk more in alignment with the will of God, then the problems that you're faced with, the challenges that you have, the struggles that you are having to endure are going to increase. You know what I mean? Not only will they increase, they're going to be likely a little more difficult than the last one, And what I'm saying, not all the time. Do recognize, I realize that sometimes we have small storms and then we can have some real big catastrophic type storms, okay? Either way, the sun always shines after the storm. I ain't worried about it. The sun gonna come out again every single time. Every time. You just got to be able to push through the storm. You can't stop during the storm. You don't need to fall back. You don't need to fall out. You don't need to give up. You don't need to stop praying. Don't stop fasting. Don't stop encouraging. Don't stop loving. Whatever your gift is, whatever your talent is, whatever it is that you have going on, you continue to do that thing as you're growing. Now, if you want to stay where you are because you can't handle the adversity that you're dealing with right now. So understand, if whatever you're struggling with on today, if you feel like I can't handle this, I'm going to die right here. I don't need another thing to happen. Lord, I can't take it. Take the cross off my back. I can't deal. If that's where you are, that's where you're going to stay. But for those of us who are willing to fight and continue fighting on and saying, I'm not falling out. I'm not giving up. I'm not letting go. There's a new level for you. There's a higher level for you. And as you increase, recognize that the adversity shall also. But that's all good because you're going to be even more equipped to do what you need to do and to war in the spirit and to take care of the things you need to take care of, because he doesn't have the devil has no rights to us. So I'm not even worried about that. I'm not worried about it. What I am concerned with is staying focused on God. What I am concerned with is keeping my family covered in prayer and knowing that sometimes the enemy is still going to get to seep in. That he's still going to get their minds and have them doing crazy crap. But it's all good. It's all good. Every day, all day long, I'm still going to give God the glory. I'm still going to thank him. Good days, bad days, it does not matter. So what was meant to break me or destroy me, kill me, all of that, how about none of that? Giving God all glory on today because it's all good. I promise you. Y'all, just trust him. Just try him. Just be faithful. You ain't got to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. Your lives aren't going to be perfect. The lives of the people who you keep covered in prayer, their lives will not be perfect either. But that's okay. Do what you do best. That's being you. I absolutely love you guys. God bless you. I pray you have a prosperous week. I will see you live on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My shirts are available for purchase. You can just hit me up. If you got my number, text me. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram, here on Facebook, wherever. All right. Share the video.